Hello, everybody. Hey, it's me, Booga. I'm back. So I'm sorry to take so long. I just done. We're gonna get back into it, and today I have a very special video. Today I'm gonna be ranking all U.S. presidents on a tier list. Yeah. So to start off with, the GOAT, or not really the GOAT, but George Washington, instant S tier, because he's goated. Everybody knows he's the first president. He was really humble. He gave up power after 2 terms. He helped free the country. He helped make the country foundationally. Again, overall, he's just a peak president. I mean, you can't argue. You can't just argue. You can't argue. I mean, he's just that goated. All right. Next up, Adams the first. I believe, yes, John Adams. That's his name. If that's not his name, you can laugh at me. Instant F tier. So, signed Alien Sedition Acts, limited free speech. Overall, he's just kind of a dead, and the U.S. didn't really progress much at that time. So, yeah, mid. Okay, Thomas Jefferson, B tier. Now, as a person, he's a pretty terrible person. He had sex with his slaves. He raped his slaves. He had slaves overall. This is pretty terrible. So, obviously, overall, he's not the greatest guy. But he was a founding father. He helped make the country. He helped write the Constitution. And he helped us gain Louisiana. And, well, he did. He started war. And then the main thing with his presidency that's holding him back was he started the Wars of the Barbary. He misused a lot of presidential power, and which caused a lot of the amendment of the Constitution being made. So obviously he's pretty mid, but all right. Next up we have Madison. Yes, Madison. Okay, so James Madison. He supported the second bank in the United States, which I don't support. It's kind of cringe. He also started a war with Britain while they were a superpower, but while they were distracted with Napoleon, which wasn't smart, which ended in a draw. But he also raised tariffs, which, as you might know, I like tariffs. However, in this particular case, he did it during a war, which only ended up ruining a lot of communities in New England and making life a lot worse for Americans overall. So he wasn't great. So we're going to put him... He wasn't too bad, so we're going to put him in D tier. Okay, next up, we have Monroe. Now, he starts the Monroe Doctrine. He does, what else did he do again? Okay, so he created and supported the Monroe Doctrine, so that instantly is putting him in, like, D tier. But, here's what he also, helps raise up some nationalism, which would put him in C tier. He got us Florida, and he got us, so he did 2 things other than that. He got us Florida, and he got us the Missouri Compromise. Now, one of those things is real good. The other thing is real bad. So, he's going to go in C tier. He's mid, average. All right. Who is this guy? John Quincy Adams. Oh, it's Adams. Okay. Okay, so it's just not gonna tell me what he did. Okay. Okay, so he was literally useless. D tier. Jackson. A tier. He did a lot of good things and he did a lot of bad things. I think overall, helping with the South, he basically started the modern, not really the modern, but the old Democratic Party and that old kind of establishment. But he also did some things like getting rid of the National Bank. He supported more federal government. He also got rid of the second bank in the United States and helped foster tariffs. Now, obviously, overall, he's an A tier, but he's not perfect because it's Jackson. Old Hickory. He's Old Hickory, right? Okay, Martin Van Buren. This is the first guy ever to not speak English as a native language. He was a Dutch. He's basically like Amish guys, basically. he's not actually Amish, but like he's Dutch. That's all I know about him. Just going off that, D tier, because like Dutch people. No offense. Let me look up what he. Okay, so I learned some things. So he's a free soiler, which would put him in C tier or D tier, right? Because I'm not very positive on it. But he also, so he instituted a labor reform, which is really good. He instituted a national treasury, which is, he instituted a national treasury, which is not good. And he also continued the Trail of Tears, which another thing with Jackson. I forgot about Jackson doing that, so we're gonna put him in B tier. And yeah, overall he's not the greatest. We're gonna put him in D tier. All right. So next we have William Henry Harrison. I'm pretty sure he served like 30 days. Let me look it up. Yeah, incredible third. Yeah, exactly. This is the guy who served like a month in office. Let me change this to absolute garbage tier. And this is where you're going. Yes, exactly. Because you're terrible. You silly. It was Taylor who succeeded him, right? I think it was Taylor who succeeded him. This is Taylor. What a Taylor. So he was pro-union of the United States, not like union, but like pro-union of the U.S. Signed treaties with Britain. Diplomatic. That's cool. He took a strong stance with Texas. Oh, this is why Texas wasn't let in, because of him, and he was pro-slavery. So we're gonna put him in D tier. Actually, you know what? F tier. He wasn't great, but he wasn't absolutely garbage. Alright, James K. Polk. Now, he's very influential. I know who he is, pretty much off the top of my head. Now, to be honest, overall, I'm just gonna put him in, C tier. He got us territories, he got us along as a country, but, yeah, overall, he wasn't great. Alright, Major General in the Mexican-American War. That's interesting. He served a year in office. Like, he served a year in office. He did nothing, basically. D tier. Okay. Who succeeded you? Richard Fillmore. Oh, Fillmore. Okay. Yeah, Fillmore. If you know anything about him, terrible. Compromise of 1850. He's buns. He sucks. He's cringe. Terrible. He's a rich little asshole, slave bastard. What did Pierce actually do? I have no clue. Alright. Morning. Oh yeah, I heard about this. So he suffered a little bit. He was sad. Blah blah. He signed Kansas, Nebraska. He tried to annex Cuba, both of which are kind of ended off terrible. He did the Gadsden Purchase, which is cool. He was really diplomatic in signing trade treaties, which is good. He reduced the debt, which is awesome. So overall, he's alright. Sucks for his family. In C tier. Not great, not terrible. I remember he's like kind of a low blow, especially with the Kansas, Nebraska. That's pretty bad. So, you know, maybe we can put him in D tier. Alright, Martin Van Buren. Okay, right off the bat, absolute garbage. He was a terrible president. He was completely incompetent. He served 4 years. He led to a crash in 1857. He supported slavery, and he did nothing to help save the Union. Alright, next up, we have the GOAT, Lincoln, instant A tier. Now, the reason I don't put him in S tier was because he did a lot of things as president that a lot of people don't know about, which is pretty bad. I mean, he let slavery slide in the border states because he didn't want to offend them. He continued screwing over Native Americans. He just did a lot of bad stuff. I recommend you look into it. I'm not going to go into full detail, but it's not great for old Abe. Johnson, D tier. He, yeah, he's not the greatest. He you know, did some stuff, some stuff I'm not gonna repeat too much, but he's basically the only thing that really separated him from like your traditional like Southern secessionist was he didn't support slavery. That was it. Like everything else, there's no reason. I don't even know why he was Republican. He sucked. All right, next we have Ulysses S. Grant. Now, as a president, he was all right, but he was a drunk, and Grant is cool, and he helped defeat the Confederacy. So that brings him from D tier or C tier to B tier. succeeded by Hayes. Okay, so he fought in the Civil War. Cool. He fought as a general, which is awesome. What else did he do? He was a moderate, which, whatever, at the time, it's not terrible. What else? Oh, the major thing, Tilden v. Hayes. Oh my, this is why he didn't serve too long. If you don't know the lore between Tilden versus Hayes, you got research into it. I'm not going to go into full detail because I don't know how to describe it to you, but it's 185 to 184. Okay, so he pretty much ruined Reconstruction. He was controversial. Overall, not great. F tier. Or not F tier. We'll put him in D tier. Will be nice. I'm gonna put this on dark because it hurts my eyes. Succeeded by Garfield. Oh, Garfield. Oh, I know a little bit about Garfield. He wasn't alright. He pretty much died like right in the office, so I can't blame him for too much. But we're gonna put him in F tier. It was quick because he didn't do much. He made one guy angry who was schizophrenic. I heard about his assassin. It's really cool. I got a Salmonella video. It's so awesome. Alright, so he restricted immigration and started the spoils system. Two things that are instantly putting you in C tier. But, he helped rebirth the U.S. Navy. And he reduced tariffs. So we're gonna put him in D tier. Not great. Grover Cleveland. I know about this guy. He's only president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms. That's about all I know about him. But if you're that controversial to the point where people don't like you but would rather have you over the other guy, it's kind of sad. So we're gonna put you in F tier. Who is Benjamin Harrison? We need to figure out about this. Oh, but Cleveland was a Democrat. That's why he's also going in F. Because the Democrats at that time suck. So this guy is a big tariff guy, which we like. Alright, so he's a big federal spender, which I'm a little iffy on. Let's see what he spent it on. Okay, he did the Venezuela thing. If you don't know about that, it's whatever. Doesn't say what he spent anything on, of course. Why would it ever do that? Why would it ever help me? Alright, education, religion. He's a big religious guy. Cotton State's mining series. Okay, reaffirm the Monroe Doctrine. Not great. That's all I know. And I'm just gonna consider him like I consider Bush. Senior, not junior. I have 2 different opinions, but we're just gonna put him right here. Next to his good friend Grover. Alright, William McKinley. He was pretty alright. He didn't serve too long, but... Alright, and the GOAT, Teddy! Alright, so if you don't know the Teddy Roosevelt lore, I'm not gonna go too much deep into it, but... He's a GOAT. He helped with the FDA. He helped start preservations. In my opinion, he's the second greatest president of all time. Okay, I'm back, and I know more about the presidents now, so I don't have to keep looking stuff up, so I'm perfectly fine, and I'm just gonna go through the list. We're gonna be quick, and we're gonna be nice, and we're gonna be fun. Okay, not Grover Cleveland. Taft. William Howard Taft. This guy, this fat lard, he's basically a washed down, Teddy, so... Teddy would be up here. He goes all the way down to F tier. Actually, no, he goes in absolute garbage. Alright, Woodrow Wilson. Now, everybody agrees that this guy sucks. I'm gonna pull up that one meme where it's like, everybody hates Woodrow Wilson. And everyone can take their own reason for it, but I'll decide. He goes in absolute garbage! Harding. I don't know enough about Harding, so he's gonna go in D tier. Coolidge. All I know is the good song. He goes in C tier for the song. Hoover. Terrible. F tier. Because Hoover did lots of bad things for the Depression. And because of abolition, he's terrible and stinky and poo-poo butt face. Okay, now we can get into all the cool presidents. So, FDR, GOAT. He goes in A tier. Because he did a lot of things to help everything. He's not S tier because he did a lot of bad things too. But he helped us through World War II. He did all that fun stuff. He was in a wheelchair doing all that. He served 4 terms though, which isn't cool. But some of the things he did hurt. But overall, it was pretty good. And he helped rebrand the Democrats into more based. Harry Truman, absolute F tier because he's Harry Truman and he bombed Japan twice. It's horrible. Alright, Eisenhower. I don't know enough about Eisenhower. However, I know he wasn't great, but he wasn't terrible. Nixon was his vice president. He did some stuff. There was a recession in 1958 because of him. Or not because, I don't even know. But overall, I think he gets C tier, and he's not D tier. The number one president, in my opinion, is JF Kennedy. Do you want to know why he's the GOAT? Because he's the GOAT, and he never took a cent from Israel. But they blew his brains out anyways, and now every president since has kissed the wall. So, because of that, and also Great Society, he spoke his mind, based. He actually was a person, based. He served in World War II, based. He was young, based. He did cheat on his wife, though, which is not based, but overall, based. And he smoked cigars, based. Okay, Lyndon Johnson. Now, he helped kill Kennedy, so he sucks, so he's getting instant F tier. And then he was, as a president, pretty terrible. Everybody hated him, and that's why, literally right after he was elected, he resigned. Absolute garbage. Okay, Nixon. Alright, I know a lot of people now are saying that he wasn't actually corrupt, but I know people liked him. I'm not the biggest fan of Nixon. I'm not a Nixonite. I'm gonna put him in F tier. I know he's big. He's a real guy. So even if we would put him in D tier, he goes straight to F tier, just because. All right, Ford, absolute garbage. Everybody knows Ford is garbage. He was completely incompetent, and he sold to Jimmy Carter. And yeah, overall pretty trash. Nobody likes Ford. All right. Jimmy Carter. Now, as a person, I commend him. He did a lot of great charity work. He did a lot of stuff with housing. He recently passed away. Really unfortunate. But overall, as a president, he was pretty not good. Mr. Suitcase. I'm just a regular guy. In F tier. That's why. Okay, Reagan. So he started some stuff. Caused a lot of disparities, a lot of economic hardships, a little bit, not really. Reaganomics overall helped the U.S., but it also increased our debts, which is not very cool. So we're going to put him in D tier. We don't like him for that. Okay, we're going to take Bush Sr. Now, obviously, we're putting him in F tier for being terrible. I pledge you this, I will not raise taxes. I will raise taxes now. Speaking of silly billies, this guy who got it from Trump, liar, pants on fire. I did not have sex with that woman. You did, actually, though. And you take dumb from Trump, so D tier. Okay, Bush, absolute garbage. He was corrupt. He was immoral. He did 9/11. He's a stinky boo-boo. He lied about Iraq. Obama. Now, this is the thing that threw a lot of people over the edge with not being Democrats anymore, including me, my family. Strong Democrats, and then this guy came into office. We're like, yeah, this guy, he's awesome. In 2008, and then 2012, this guy sucks. So he's going in F tier. He's like some Somali fucker. All right, Donald Trump, absolute garbage. He's gay. He's a faggot. He's terrible, and he did some tears, which is nice. Maybe we can put him in F tier for that. But at the same time, he's a Jew, Jared Kushner. Everything that I've ever said on him, you can look at this channel and you can see why. He's terrible. Everyone agrees at this point. And he's also on the Epstein list. He's stinky. He's poo-poo butt face. Okay, and Biden. Absolute garbage. Because he had dementia and he was completely incompetent for 4 years. And yeah. He did a lot of other bad stuff too. Like before he was president. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but he was a big naughty boy. He was very corrupt and very bad. Okay, so this is my tier list. Reformed, redacted. You can like it, not like it, agree with me, disagree with me. If you disagree with me, it's fine. But at the same time, I think you're just cringe. Yeah. So, yeah, pretty peak. Can't lie. Overall. Yeah, I agree with this. If you disagree with me, you're cringe, and everybody, and you're stinky, and you like Israel, you're silly. Alright, subscribe, see you in the next one, and peace out. Bye-bye.